You're holding your newborn in your arms, overwhelmed by love, awe, and joy. The world feels so full of possibilities. The tiny fingers wrapped around your own, the sweet scent of baby lotion, the soft lullaby of their breathing. It's a moment that feels like it will last forever. But then, slowly, as you watch your child grow, something starts to shift. The joyful moments are often interrupted by a very real, very pressing concern. How will I afford this? The truth is, raising a child isn't just a journey of joy and growth. It's a financial marathon that many parents aren't fully prepared for. The costs are inevitable, but what's truly shocking are the hidden costs. The expenses that fly under the radar, the ones that aren't in the budget you created when you first got the good news. It's the dinner dates that cost more than you thought, the daycare bills that eat up a paycheck, the surprise medical expenses that make you question if you're really prepared for all of this. And here's the kicker. Many parents don't realize how deep this financial well goes until they've already fallen into it. There's a myth that once your child grows up a little and doesn't need diapers or formula anymore, the costs will ease up. But let's take a hard look at the long-term expenses that can keep growing for years to come. What happens when your child starts school? What happens when they need braces, tutoring, after-school programs, summer camps, and don't even get me started on college? There's a reason why raising a child is often referred to as one of the most expensive investments a person can make. It's not just about feeding them, clothing them, or keeping them healthy. It's about your time, your energy, and the opportunity costs that come with being a parent. And here's the catch. This financial burden doesn't just affect your wallet. It affects your lifestyle, your career, your mental health, and your relationships. But let's take a step back. Why aren't we prepared for these costs? Why does it feel like they hit us from every angle, all at once? Because when we start this journey of parenthood, we're thinking about the first few years, diapers, toys, and baby clothes. But that's only the beginning. It's like an iceberg. What we see above the surface is just a small fraction of the reality beneath. Let's dive into some of these hidden costs, because understanding them is the first step toward outsmarting them. 1. Opportunity costs, the invisible drain. Before your child is even born, there's a financial cost that isn't always easy to see. Opportunity costs. You might not even know that you're paying these costs until years down the road. Let's say you decide to stay home with your baby, or perhaps your partner decides to take on that role. It's a beautiful decision, filled with love and devotion. But the reality is, by staying home, you're foregoing a salary. And we're not just talking about the immediate paycheck you're missing. There are long-term consequences, too. A few years out of the workforce might mean missing out on promotions, raises, and other career opportunities that could add up over time. If you return to work later, you might find it harder to catch up with peers who have continued to climb the ladder. The lost potential earnings in that time are something many parents don't factor into their plans. For two-income households, this isn't just about one person taking time off. It's about juggling the two incomes. Childcare costs for infants and toddlers can consume a significant portion of both parents' salaries, and in some cases, it might not even seem worth it to go to work. According to a report from the Economic Policy Institute, the cost of infant daycare in the U.S. can exceed $1,200 per month, a cost that can eat into both parents' wages, making it feel like you're working just to pay for the privilege of working. Even after the daycare years are over, the opportunity costs continue. Are you able to travel for work, pursue side projects, or new career opportunities? Those possibilities might be delayed, or worse, completely shut down due to the responsibilities of raising a family. 2. Healthcare costs, the silent budget killer. Health insurance. It's a staple in many households, a necessary expense to protect you from the high cost of medical bills. But when you add a child to the equation, healthcare costs suddenly become a different beast entirely. Pediatric visits, vaccinations, checkups, prescriptions, and ER visits for those surprise accidents. These expenses add up quickly. And what about the unexpected medical emergency, like an allergy, an illness that requires a specialist, or even an accident that requires a hospital stay? Let's break it down. A routine visit to the pediatrician might cost you a $20 to $50 copay. But what if your child needs braces? According to the American Association of Orthodontists, Braces can run anywhere from $3,000 to $7,000 depending on the type of treatment. Then there are the dental checkups, eye exams, and those surprise medical emergencies, all of which aren't always fully covered by insurance. It doesn't stop there. Health insurance premiums go up with each additional member added to the plan. And by the time your child is a teenager and in need of more medical attention, the costs might feel suffocating. Children are also more prone to sickness, ear infections, flu, strep throat. All of these can lead to multiple doctor visits throughout the year. It's easy to see how these costs can sneak up on you, especially if you're not factoring in the medical what-ifs. 3. Childcare and education, a never-ending financial commitment. Childcare. It's one of the biggest expenses parents face, and yet it's not something that gets enough attention until you're right in the thick of it. The cost of daycare and preschool, even in relatively affordable areas, can be staggering. A survey by the National Association of Child Care Resource and Referral Agencies found that parents of infants in daycare pay an average of $200 to $1,500 a month, depending on the region. But this cost doesn't disappear once your child enters kindergarten or primary school. The hidden costs of education are often underestimated. Sure, there are public school options, but then come the extra expenses: field trips, school lunches, uniforms, supplies, and after-school activities. The free public education often comes with additional price tags that can take a significant toll on your finances. Many parents are also surprised by the costs associated with private tutoring or specialized programs for children who need extra academic help. And let's not forget about college. The cost of tuition has skyrocketed in recent decades, leaving many parents scrambling to figure out how to pay for their children's higher education. According to the College Board, the average tuition for in-state public colleges is over $10,000 per year, and that's just for tuition alone, not including room, board, books, and other living expenses. 4. The emotional and mental toll, the hidden cost of stress. Money isn't the only thing being spent. Parenting takes an emotional and mental toll on you as well. The constant balancing act of work, family life, and trying to keep everything together can leave parents feeling drained. There's the pressure of providing for your child, giving them everything they need, and ensuring they grow up happy, healthy, and successful. All of this can contribute to stress, anxiety, and burnout. In fact, a survey conducted by the American Psychological Association found that 78% of parents report feeling stressed about their finances. The emotional toll of raising a child can have long-term effects on your mental health, and that stress can spill over into your relationships with your spouse, your friends, and even your child. The mental health costs are often ignored in financial discussions, but they're real, and they can lead to poor financial decisions, missed work opportunities, or even health problems down the line. 5. How to beat the hidden costs of raising a child. So, how do you beat these hidden costs? How do you manage the tidal wave of expenses without feeling like you're drowning in debt? The answer lies in planning, discipline, and smart choices. Start with a budget, not just for now, but for the future. Account for all the known costs like daycare, medical expenses, and education. Then, take a closer look at where you can cut back. Automate your savings, make use of family discounts, and if possible, open a 529 college savings plan as early as possible to get ahead of education expenses. The earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow. And don't forget the emotional cost. Take care of your mental health. Practice self-care, ask for help when you need it, and communicate with your partner about responsibilities and expectations. Remember, a happy and healthy parent is the best gift you can give your child. By taking a proactive approach to these hidden costs, you'll not only set yourself up for a more secure financial future, but you'll also be giving your child the best opportunity to thrive. Are you ready to take control of the hidden costs of raising a child? Hit that subscribe button and join us on this journey of financial empowerment. Let's beat the hidden costs together, because you deserve to live your best life and provide the best life for your family.